Good to see everybody here. Let me get the music down here. Jacqueline Chill Mix going into the background. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good Friday morning. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. Hey, the conversation today is about being. Did I just raise my hand? What the heck's going on? I raised my own hand. I hope everybody's doing well. It's a Friday, July 11th, 2025. My name is Sean Murphy. I get to spend some time with you this morning. And you may want to bookmark this, come back to this, become aware of this, because we're going to have a conversation because you come into a different, you don't use the same link. When you get the email, Jane, there is a link that comes to you that is your specific link that lets you log in, just like you would click on a link to come to the other page to get to the app. This is the same thing. So there's a link that comes to you in an email. You just got to click on that one link one time, and that's the same link that works for you all the time. So that's why you got to register each time, because you come to the page and it says, okay, you're coming in a new way. Just remember to click on that link you had in your email that came to you. So, understanding digital marketing. This is key. So, what we're going to cover today, here's the topics in a nutshell. The topics in a nutshell are, let me get back to my notes here. So many notes. All right. Where'd they go? Okay, here they are. I found them. So number one, we're going to have a deeper understanding of human psychology. It's critical to understand. It's critical to become aware that we need to know what drives clicks, what motivates shares, what motivates purchases. Content doesn't do it. Right? If content did it, any post you share would instantly go viral. What's happening in your customer's mind right now when they come to your page? Well, I don't know. That's what makes you a unique marketer. When you do know, when you understand that, when you set the stage, right? So clear communications, we're going to talk about that. Data-driven decision-making, right? Don't guess, test, right? Don't guess. You need to keep testing. So what is your click-through rate? What's your conversion rate? We'll talk about that. Platform knowledge, understanding which platform fits which goal, right? Do you use Google Ads? Do you use LinkedIn for business? What are the conversations you have? So creative and analytical balance, right? What is the content? What is your content about? Is it all about you? Is it about them? Can they join you on the story? And so yeah, a good digital marketer connects the right message to the right audience at the right time using data, empathy, and strategy. So that's what we're going to have a conversation about. So today we're unpacking what actually makes someone a good digital marketer beyond tactics and tools. This isn't just about knowing how to post on social media. I think we all qualify of knowing how to post. Yet Wallace D. Waddell said it's not about doing certain things, it's about doing things in a certain way. Does that make sense? So this isn't just about knowing how to post on social media or set up an ad. It's about understanding the psychology of systems and the skills that create consistent results. How are your results on social media? Are they consistent? How do you create consistent results? How do you create leads? How do you create sales? How do you create engagement and growth? So understanding the psychology of digital success. Let's start with the human side, because marketing is always about people. Hi, Jameson. You got all these boys, college boys here this weekend. He's so excited. 5 of Mason's friends came up and spending the weekend with him, and all the puppies are like, we got more people to pet us. So behind every click is what? What's behind every click? Every like, every heart, every what? It's a person dealing with 2 brain systems. Now, There's a book, and I forget who the author is. Fast brain, slow brain. Fast thinking, slow thinking. Right? So there's two kinds of brains. There's two kinds of brains. One is the fast brain, and that's the amygdala. Instinct, emotions, snap judgments. Then there's the slow brain. That's your prefrontal cortex. Logic, reasoning, slower decisions. A good digital marketer understands, listen carefully, this is key. A good digital marketer understands how to calm the amygdala. How many times when you make a post are you asking yourself, does this calm the amygdala? It'd be good if I could say it. Does this calm the amygdala? Or does this fire it up? Does this trigger it up? Does this trigger the fight, flight response? Right? Use familiar language, non-threatening copy, simple layouts. And then that's the one version of the brain. The other version of the brain that can get activated or engaged is the prefrontal cortex. Present values, facts, stats, and credibility. So what's the emotional trigger that works? Curiosity. Shocking. Curiosity. Right? What's missing? That's the thing that you've got to ask yourself when you make a post. What information are you intentionally leaving out that they want to know more about? That's curiosity. That's novelty. Oh, that's different. I didn't know what that was. I had no idea. Right? Curiosity. So these are the emotional triggers at work. One, curiosity. Two, FOMO. Right? I don't necessarily like FOMO. Yet I like it when it's not seen. The fear of missing out. Right? Fear of missing out. Oh, if you don't do this, it's gone. Well, we kind of know that's marketing. Because if 10 people signed up, if there's only 5 slots left and 10 people signed up, you'd go, okay, I only have 3 slots left for somebody this week. Yeah, it triggers FOMO in people. But there's something about that you and I both know that if 5 people wanted to sign up, you'd say, yeah, you won't say no at 3. Maybe you would. That would definitely drive your message. But these are the emotional triggers at work. 1, curiosity. 2, FOMO. 3, trust. Social proof. And this is where testimonials work. Social proof, reviews, testimonials. How many of you are applying social proof to your messaging? Not all of them. Some of them. Not all of them. Some of them. How many of you have a testimonial file that you put in, that you show, that you say, here's what I've done for people. Here's what happens in my world, right? The brain is looking for reasons to say no. Your job is to quietly help it say yes. So if the brain is looking for reasons to say no, that's a pretty easy thing to do, is to get people to say no, right? There's even been books written about it. Go for no. It's an easy thing to do. The brain is looking for no. The reality is your job is to get the brain to quietly say yes. Do your posts get somebody to say yes? What are they going to say yes to when they do it? When they say it, if they say yes, what are they going to say yes to? So here's the 7 core skills. They're not the 7, they're a set of 7 core digital marketing skills. These are the 7 real world skills that great digital marketers share. Right? It goes back to human psychology. Recap plus real life example. Why people engage, why they convert, why they bounce. Story-based ads versus hard sell copy. Story ads almost always win. Are you Google? Are you sharing facts when you teach your audience through your messaging? So do you understand human psychology? It's not that difficult when we're talking about posting. It's not, do you understand the methodologies and the modalities of human nature at such a level that you can inspire people to, it's not that deep. You got to realize they're busy. When are people scrolling? Most people, ask yourself this, most people don't sit down to scroll. Oh, okay, it's 7 o'clock. I need to do my Facebook scrolling. No, it is such a distraction, and it happens so often, and it's so rapid. I'm just going to check. I'm at a traffic light. And 5 hours later, you're still scrolling, right? So what's your story-based copy? How about clear communication? So 1 is human psychology. 2 is understanding clear communications. If you continue, you lose. If you keep doing what you're doing, you'll have what you have. Is this what you want? Good marketers write like real humans. No jargon, no sharp headlines. Can someone understand your message in 3 seconds? If you gave them your message, does it take more than 3 seconds for them to understand why they need to hang around you? Or do they come up with a story in 3 seconds of that's not your message? Oh, I've heard that. That's not your message. I've done that before. That doesn't work. If they can respond in 3 seconds and it's in harmony with yours, if it's not in harmony with what you want, your message is going out wrong. Right? This is why pictures are valuable. Right? A picture's worth 1,000 words. What do your pictures inspire? What do your pictures make people feel? Okay, data-driven marketing. Right? What's data-driven decision making? How many followers do you have? Listen, my Instagram, I use it as an example all the time. I'm not a big Instagram user, although I do use it a fair amount. I don't use it. I'm not the marketer of Instagram. Let me put it that way. How do I know this? I have 8,000 followers, 7,000 followers. 7,000 people have clicked follow. Let me put it that way. I have about 6 people that follow me. How do I know that? Because if I make a post right now, 6 people like it. Those are the people that follow me. Maybe others have seen it, but I got 6. It's that meme. Hey, listen, for all of them, for the 6 followers that I have, I'm going down to the gas station. Anybody want anything? Right? That I thought that was one of the greatest memes ever, greatest videos ever. Hey, listen, for my 6 followers, I'm headed to the gas station. Anybody want coffee? Right. So it's not about guessing, it's about testing. If you tracked your marketing this coming week, starting today, Friday to Friday, whatever it is, and you were putting posts to get people to drive messaging to you, to request information, I track it. And look at why most people just, social media doesn't work for me, because you're not intentional about it. You think because you make a post about your, I don't know, the paint you use, the paint you sell for all weather protection. I don't know, pick something. You sell a little device that cuts cucumbers. Well, I don't know. I posted on Facebook. Nobody sees it. It's not interesting. Facebook is about eyeballs. Every social media platform is about eyeballs. And can you bring eyeballs to the marketplace? Right. Number 4, platform knowledge. This is pretty basic. Do you understand how to match your message to the medium? Right. Google is internet-based marketing. Facebook is visual story ads, and LinkedIn is authority building. That's a good thing if you want to go build an authority, if you want to go create some level of, I guess, authority, is to go do some articles. Where if I were to Google you and the topic that you are known for, would there be any articles about it? With technology today and AI and all of that stuff, you can go write articles instantly. You can have articles published. Right? E-zine articles. If you Google e-zine articles, Sean G. Murphy, there'll be, I don't know, 70 or 80 articles there that are, couldn't even tell you, a decade old, but they're still out there drawing content. They're still out there drawing information. I wrote them a decade ago. You've done stuff a decade ago, but nobody knows about it. Nobody can find it. There's not a place for people to go have access to that. So understand that's a way to create some authority about some articles you've published, right? These little tiny stories. One of the best conversion story I had is a 2.5 minute. I don't even think it was that long on, what was it? Momentum. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember what the title is. It'll come to me in a second, but it got me. A company in China found it. Momentum creates conversations. Conversations create momentum. That's it. I knew I'd get it. I knew I had it. Conversations create momentum. That was the name of the title. I was at a Send Out Cards event. I was auditing. I was asked to come in to audit a Send Out Cards 3-day event. And the founder had said something, and I went out and I did a little 2-minute video with a camcorder before we had lives on phones. And it was a 2-minute message. Conversations create momentum. Company in China found that, and I wound up with a $70,000 gig. They paid $70,000 to have me there, between the airfare and the hotel and everything else. They paid me for 8 hours, 15 grand. From a 2-minute video. Now, I got excited. There's a lot of people that got excited and said, man, that's a great thing. I turned it into a video. I turned it into something that was 2 years since I made it, 2 years since I'd put it up on social media. It only had a couple hundred likes. All it took was 1 like to create a windfall of income. So why do I say this? Understand your platform. Understand that people need to go to be able to find you. What makes you an authority about your topic? I can tell you about 98% of the population, as much as they love what they do, there's no proof. There's no proof that you know what you're doing, that you are a resource for people. And today, your resume is social media. Your resume is what you post on LinkedIn. That's why they're talking about kids, right? And the stuff they do when they're younger. That part of your resume, when you check in, is they go Google you on social media. Just saying. So do your prospects. So that was number 4, platform knowledge. So 1, human psychology. 2, clear communication. 3, data-driven, easy for me to say, data-driven decision making. Number 4, platform knowledge. 5, creative and analytics balance, left brain versus right brain. When you look at your posts, have you ever asked, is this a left brain post or a right brain post? You need both. Creative hooks and visuals and spreadsheet tracking and dashboards. You need both kinds of conversations to give people some logic and some emotion. Did you ever ask, is this a left brain or a right brain conversation? So, adaptability and learning mindset, number 6. Number 6, platforms change, rules change. How many of you have heard the term algorithms? You got to trigger the algorithms. You got to go with the algorithms. They just changed the algorithm. Good marketers stay calm and adjust fast. Curious learning mindset. What's working now? What needs to change? One of the things I teach in a 12-week mastermind is the first thing I ask you, what business are you in? Second question is what business are you really in? Third question is what business do you need to be in 6 months? See, here we are in July. In January, February of this year, is this where you knew business was going to be? Is this where you planned to be in 6 months? If not, you're not asking that question. Your success, where you're at right now, congratulations. It's your thought. Not your fault. It's always your fault. It's always your responsibility, your ability to respond. Everything is your responsibility. But in January and February, if you understand, if you became a true entrepreneur, where everybody uses that name, like throws it around like, I don't know. Very few people are entrepreneurial. Is this where you knew you needed to be 6 months from now? Is this where you planned your business to be? Well, no, I had no idea. Then I can tell you this, you won't know what's going to happen in December or January of 2026. You won't have a clue. You'll wake up and go, wow, this is weird. Why am I stuck here? Because back in July of 2025, you didn't make a decision to say, I'm going to start planning where my business is going. Well, I don't have any control over that. And then I would change that. I would change that. So 6 was adaptability and learning mindset. 7, ethical sales focus. Long-term over short-term. Build trust. Deliver real value first. What's the value people get from showing up at your messaging? All right. So what's the framework? Let's talk about putting all of this in a repeatable process. Whether you're freelancing or running ads or growing your personal brand, all of this applies. All right. So what's the 5-part marketing success framework? 5-part marketing success framework. 1, clear offer and audience. Who do you serve? What's the problem you solve? If I were to ask you right now, who do you serve? And what's the problem you solve? If that doesn't roll off your tongue, who do you serve? I serve individuals in the female world between 30 and 55 years old who are serious about making a difference, wanting to add to their family's income. Maybe they're the sole income provider and they want to be able to do it in a way that doesn't make them feel less cheesy or upset. And what's the problem I solve? Allowing them to create a space of communication that allows them to be heard. Do you have a messaging like that? If somebody asks you, so who do you serve? So number 1, clear offer and audience. 2, message and platform fit. Write in your customer's language. Be where they already hang out. Wayne Gretzky used to say, right? What made Wayne Gretzky the hockey player? For those of you that may not know who that name is, he said, "I skate to where the puck is going to be." Anticipation. Where do your customers hang out? Where do your customers hang out? If you're trying to build on social media and they're not on social media, it doesn't do you any good to be on social media. Just saying. Now, is there an audience potential on social media? Absolutely. So you should know where your customers hang out. Do you ask that in the interview? Do you ask that in the survey? When you're doing your preliminary, when you're doing your intake session, do you ask them, where do you hang out? What social media platforms do you use? Do you ask that of your customers? Well, I'm in the wellness world. Do you ask that of your customers, of your business partners? What social media platforms do you like most? Why wouldn't you ask that? Because if part of your mission is making sure people stay healthy, wouldn't it make sure you show up in a place where they are to stay healthy, to teach them how to stay healthy? Just curious. So 5 parts of marketing success framework. 1, clear offer. 2, message and platform fit. Are you where your customers are? Number 3, value first content. 40% teaching, 30% stories, 20% proof, and 10% pitch. Again, these are basic numbers. These are a simple understanding of numbers. They're not cut in stone. I didn't make them up. This is what good marketing looks like. 40% teaching. Do you teach? Do you teach what to do, when to do, why to do it? Don't teach how. That's what they pay you for. If I could give you a shot of marketing awareness, I would have you teach what to do, when to do it, why to do it. And then they're going to ask, how do I do that? When you ask somebody, hey, listen, I help people find ways to create new ways of income while they travel and get healthy. How do you do that? Nobody ever asks, why do you do that? What do you do that for? They ask, how do you do that? Because you can, if you teach in your messaging, if you teach in your, this is what I teach. This is why I teach it. This is when I teach it. How do you do that? Very well. Why do you ask? So 40% teaching, 30% stories, 20% proof. Some of you are just out there proofing it. 100% proof. Here's what I did. Here's what I did. You should do this. Here's what I did. Oh, join me. You're proof and pitch, proof and pitch, proof and pitch. There's no stories. There's no stories of other people succeeding that are with you. It's all about you, you. I post about my stuff. Yes, 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 yes. Look what I did. Nobody cares till they know how much you care. Right? So 40 teaching, 30 stories, 20 proof, 10 pitch. Number 4, human engagement. DM, comments. Do you go comment on other people's posts? Do you reply to everybody who comments on yours? Do you have real conversations versus mass broadcasting? Number 4 was human engagement. 5 marketing tips, right? Clear audience, clear offer and audience, message and platform, value first content, right? 40, 30, 20, 10. Human engagement. And number 5 is measure, test, adjust. How many of you check what's working weekly? Weekly. Some of you wouldn't even know your numbers. Double down on winners. Hey, listen, when you look at who's liking your stuff, is it the same people liking it all the time? Because you can click on the like and see who liked it, who dropped a heart, who dropped a like, who dropped a thumbs up, who dropped a wow face, who dropped a caring heart. Double down on winners, right? Check what's working weekly, double down on winners, and kill what's not performing. So, in wrapping it up, a great digital marketer is part scientist, part artist, and always, always, always human first. Always, always, always human first. You need psychology skills, communication skills, easy for me to say, psychology skills, communication skills, data skills, creative energy, and adaptability. It's not about being perfect on day one. It's about staying consistent, staying curious, and focus on building trust over chasing hacks. The best marketing doesn't feel like marketing. It feels like help. The best marketing doesn't feel like marketing. It feels like help. Questions, comments, thoughts? What'd you learn? What'd you like? What's your takeaways? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Swally in the house. Oh, big stretch.
Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, Silka.
You just said the best marketing feels like help, not like marketing.
Yep.
How would I translate that to my posts?
Teaching. What's the thing you learned about? You're on a camel in Dubai. What's the lesson you learned about life? What's the teaching lesson you learned about life while you were on a camel in Dubai? Sometimes you're going to have to sit on the hump. I don't know, but you can come up with, that's where you've got to shift the way that you do this, because you have a lot of travel imagery. What's the thing you learned about checking in Dubai? How does it translate into a human story? How does it translate? You go halfway across the world to another country, to another culture, and yet you meet the check-in person and they treated you like family. Why? How? What's the training that went on in their back office, that in their lunchrooms, that made you feel so welcome? Just, you have to look at what is the lesson. What is it? This is why I came up with stories. That's how I teach, right? Anura comes over. I can teach lessons from sheep. I can teach lessons from CEOs. I'm looking, how do I turn my life experience into a lesson that I can help you with? So what are all of these lessons when you take an Uber? Why Uber versus, I don't know, Lyft? Or do you use a hotel transport versus a cab? Or is a cab better than hotel transport because you're waiting on everybody? You got there 10 minutes earlier to the hotel. What are the lessons you can teach from the experiences you've had? Not just, hey, listen, do you like travel? Do you like traveling cheap? I don't know that anybody likes traveling cheap. Here's why. Hang on. Listen to the psychology. Everybody wants to travel first class. Everybody knows first class is more expensive than coach. So nobody wants to travel cheap. If they could afford it, they would want to travel first class. So what are your first class? What are your world-class trainings of how teaching people how to have the best of first class experience? How do they have a caviar experience on a Budweiser budget?
I guess that's.
And you
Yeah.
have all of those stories. I promise you, we sit down and talk, you have all of those stories. You're just not used to thinking of them that way. I would have you start thinking, what was the life lesson that I learned when I fill in the blank, when skydiving over Dubai?
Oh, it's funny. I was just thinking when you said that, I was thinking the skydiving, and then you opened the mouth and you said skydiving.
Yep. And so that proves how we're connected. And this is how we're connected even in a digital world, right? The other thing is that most people most people know skydiving and they have a very strong opinion. I would love to do it. I would never do it.
Yes.
So you have a whole lesson of what you would do and what you would never do. And people would say, hey, listen, network marketing is like skydiving. There's people who say they would never do it, but I can promise you, if you ever had fun, most people are afraid of crashing or failing. In skydiving, that's not a good experience. If as many people failed in skydiving, nobody would be skydiving. If as many people failed as they do in network marketing. Good reason is that they've got a parachute. Most of us never use the parachute. We never open up the parachute, and that's our mind. That's our capabilities. That's our capacity. That's our ability to ask for help. Listen, my first 2 times skydiving, all of my time skydiving, but I went tandem. Yes. I doubt I'd have gone single. Once you went tandem skydiving, boy, everybody wanted to go skydiving. Why? Because they had a buddy. So I'm your tandem hookup when you get into network marketing. I will make sure you land safely. Now we may not land where you want to land. We may land in the water, but we're going to land safely.
Wow, why can't I think like you?
Well, you're not used to that. You're not used to thinking that way. I can promise you, once you start thinking that way, right? If you start saying, well, why do I even need, you ask the question, why do I even need the instructor behind me? Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. They'll take me on the experience. They'll wiggle me out to the edge. They hook up because they hook up before you jump, right? I hook up with you before you jump. I'll hook up with you. We'll get to the edge of the door. What's the edge of the door? What's the door you're about to jump out of? I need more money. I need more time. I need more space for my family. I need more retirement. That's a door everybody's about to jump out of. And if you let me hook up to you and we jump together, right? There's some people that when they get on that, they just turn into a squirrely raccoon. And they don't fall good. Those are the videos you don't see. They don't fall good. They don't put their arms up. The guy's tapping them on their head. They just become this like freaky monster, and they're all scared to death. And that's not a good jump.
Or they don't pull their legs up.
Yeah. So all of that to say, you have a world of training associated with simply skydiving. Did you have to do any training? Did you have to watch any videos before you got in the plane?
I think there was a short video. Yes.
It's all for protection for them. But you had to go watch a short video. They taught you how to jump. They taught you how to land, what it's like to land, what it's going to be, all of this stuff, right? They put you in a special suit. Right? All of this is all before you ever jumped out of a plane. They did all this training, so you can equate. Listen, I have a training video just like skydiving. You want to go have a world-class experience of what it feels like to have the most powerful, clean, fun adrenaline rush that'll last for a lifetime? I got a video you got to watch beforehand. Would you like to have an adrenaline rush of success, of joy, of happiness in your life? We got to watch the boring video.
Wow. Yes, I have to work on that. Thank you.
You're welcome. And this works for everybody. You want to have a healthy body? Listen, I didn't want to go through a 48-hour fast. I didn't want to go through, and this I did on my own with some help of my uncle friend ChatGPT giving me some guidance. But I did a 48-hour fast. Kind of felt good, didn't felt good, kind of felt good, wanted to cheat. Had my little accountability coach going, I really want to eat like a handful of Whoppers. You could do that. You've gone 30 hours. That's good enough. You did it. But if you went the extra bit, here's what's going to happen in the extra bit. And it said about autophagy and cells cleaning out and reset of this, and your liver does this at this hours and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, it's only 12 more hours. I'll drink some more water and I'll just distract myself. So I went out and I cut grass. And I really didn't want to do it. It was just this, your mind needing to be reset. Nobody wants to go do anything they need to go do to get healthy or get wealthy. Nobody wants to go do it. They all want what wealthy and healthy looks like and feels like. Nobody wants to go do it. Well, entrepreneurs are driven to do that. No, they have such a shame story going. If I don't go do this, I'm a loser. Okay, but that's not done with joy and happiness. They do not want to go do what they got to go do. They just got to go do it because they love the kill, but they don't want to go do it. That's why most entrepreneurs have some kind of an addiction. Well, I only smoke marijuana, once a day at night. That's an addiction. You can't sit with your own body. Oh, I have a glass of wine at 5 o'clock. You can't sit with your own body. I'm sorry. That's an addiction. I don't care if it's 1 or 100. It's an addiction. Most people are not good company to themselves. Why do I do that? I feel like you're not good company to yourself. I don't know where you think you're going to get good company. Until you start taking care of you and your mind. This is all in your mind. All of your addictions are in your mind. Yes, it's in your chemicals in your body but it's in your mind, the story you tell yourself. Well, I don't like that. That's an addiction. Well, I like that. That's an addiction. Why can't you just flow and like, okay, I'll do that. Oh, I don't do that. That's an addiction. It just is. And it's all in the mind. Everything happens in your brain first. Your brain is and if you're not working on your brain, I don't care what scripts you get. If you're not working on your brain, I don't care what nutritionals you get. If you're not working and putting control back over your brain and the way you think and the way you feel and operating from your signal, I don't care how much money you get, you'll lose it. Anybody, this is anybody. We've all had great months. Why didn't we have a second great month? Because of our brain. And we keep putting in hardware on top of hardware software on top of software on top of software, new plans, new books, new programs. We don't update our hardware, and our hardware is finding our signal. And when you find your signal, people come from miles around to watch you burn. So that'd be my suggestion. Hey, AJ. Oh, the shirt's on the. I didn't put the shirt on this morning.
Sean Gerard Murphy, you took a huge chunk of my heart and spit it out.
What? I didn't hear that last part.
You took a huge chunk of my heart and spit it out. Where on earth is the goddamn t-shirt that I worked so hard and bruised my elbow and flew to another country to send you, and you're not wearing it? I'm gonna shame trouble you now till Sunday. I'm just kidding. I just can't wait to see it. And he's off.
He's gone to put it on, AJ.
Yeah, probably. At this point.
So
I
where
think
are
you're
you?
gonna love it,
What's
Lewis.
going on? Where are you right now?
What? Me?
Where are you right now?
Well, one of my friends has a PT session that apparently this guy is does wonders with his
Oh,
PT.
there it is.
Oh, let me see him. What?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. Look at that. Yeah.
So there you go.
I'm just so happy to see that, man. That's just great. That is just awesome. And if there are any kind of Serbian people out there in Arkansas, they're going to see that. They're going to go crazy.
So this is kind of like because of its uniqueness, this one and the other one, they're kind of like Sunday shirts. I'll wear them into town, but I'm going to do my best to not wear them out on the, working. They may get 1 or 2 works in them, but these are kind of precious commodities. So
That's just great. I follow the route, I guess. They were stuck in Little Rock, and I was wondering why. And then I figured that they probably don't have a lot of deliveries out to Shirley. I mean, probably not.
No, they don't. The truck came with Oklahoma license plates
Oh yeah,
from Little Rock.
yeah. They probably drew from Oklahoma or something. So
The guy that came to deliver it, I can promise you, there's been times where we've had people come, Uber drivers come from Little Rock to drop people off here at the ranch. And one woman particularly had to drop off Armin, and she called her husband saying, I'm getting ready to go to into Shirley. Is it okay if I drive into Shirley? And Aman said, you're African American, I'm Jewish. He said, I think we'll be okay. We'll take care of each other. So yeah, not too many people come to Shirley, Arkansas, let alone Ember Road in Shirley, Arkansas. Yeah, the driver was a little out of sorts. He said, I've never seen any place like this.
Oh yeah, you really need to want to go there. Like nobody ends up there.
It is a destination of determination.
Oh yeah, I'm just like I took a couple of screenshots. That's just great. I'm just so happy to see you finally, after all the adversity we came through. Oh yeah, look at that. That's Sean. So by the way, for everybody, that's Sean G. Murphy in Serbian Cyrillic, and number 60 because he's an oldie. That's just great. And the size is awesome too, by the way. So I got you a double extra large. I know that in Europe they're kind of smaller compared to the States.
The gray shirt I love because it's like a workout shirt, body hugging, and I'm okay that it hugs my body because a lot of my body's not here anymore. I used to be here, so it fits nice. It's a very handsome shirt, and this one's quite comfortable.
Yeah, that's double extra large. So the European one.
Yes,
I'm just loving this, man. I'm gonna save this picture to my favorites. This is just great. Well, I hope you love it.
Love it. Oh, it's comfortable. It's great cotton. It's awesome. I love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, they actually printed on a high quality cotton, by the way. So that shirt is like $15 with the print. And I'm like, well, you don't expect much of a $15 t-shirt even in Serbia.
No, well,
Like, okay.
This would be a $40 shirt here.
Yeah. And then when it came into the mail, I was like, oh wow, this is actually a great shirt.
Yeah.
So by the way, I ordered a couple more for some of my friends. I got one from Mitch. I got one from my friend John here. So that's great. I hope you love it. I hope you use it well. I hope it serves you well. And I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Already is. Love it. Love it. Love it. Anyone else? Any last thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways before we say yes to the rest of our day?
Wow, it's an amazing shirt. I never knew what the flag of Serbia looked like. It just taught me something new. It's what is that? Is that a crown?
Yep.
That's an eagle with a double crown.
Yep.
Why is it a crown? It's not
Because the
you don't have
Serbian,
you don't have a king there, do you?
yes, however, the Serbian Empire was first established almost 1,000 years ago. So
See,
that's why.
I always learn something new. I travel, but I've never been to Serbia, so I just learned something new. And it looks amazing on you. Very, very hot shirt. Yes. Yes.
The thinking Serbian.
Oh no, you gotta pull up the three fingers up, like a true Serb. That's it. I love
love
it.
it.
I love it.
Cool, cool, cool. So understanding digital marketing, everything, everything needs us to understand human nature. If you're going to be in sales, understanding human nature is key. So where's your audience at? Where were they just before they saw you? If you had to guess, where were they? How do you stop the scroll? Right? What do you say? What's the story you say? What's the image you use? And why are they scrolling? What are they looking for? What's the thing they're looking for? My audience is looking to avoid pain. How do I stop the pain? How do I stop the pain of being a part of this? How do I stop the pain of this constant need of not feeling enough, of not being valuable enough, of not providing value? So those are the conversations that I have with my audiences. And some of my biggest audiences, they're not on social media. My biggest spenders don't come from social media. They come from checking things out on social media. They're not a participant in social media. They want to see, okay, can you move people? When people look at you, it's like Silka has all of these travel pictures. When people say, well, have they ever gone traveling? Have they ever traveled? And they could look at her portfolio and go, yeah, oh, she knows how to travel. She does travel. There's a lot of people who say, well, have you made a check yet? What's your biggest check? Well, if you talk about money all the time, they're going to ask you about money all the time. But if they talk to you about mission, if you talk about mission, then they're going to ask you about your mission. Mine is, do I move people? Can I move people off of center? And if they go look at my posts and they look at my videos, they're going to see I'm a little bit confrontational and can be wildly confrontational if need be. Polarizing, I should say, not confrontation. All right, there you go. Happy Friday, everybody. Any last questions, comments, thoughts? Okay. Have an amazing Friday. We will do tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. And we're going to start talking about how do you chip away and find your signal? What's the ways that, because when your signal shows up, you're going to realize life is pretty freaking amazing. It's that kind of day. It's that kind of fun. So I love you tons. I appreciate you. Oh, that's a thumbs up. Okay. I thought it was a raised hand, Wheezy. All right, everybody, go have some fun today. Happy Friday.
I do want to
And-
compliment you, though. Excuse me for interrupting.
What's that?
Because being up early, I saw some old videos of you, and holy cow, you're gigantic. I'm like, who is that guy? Oh my gosh.
And gigantic.
Congratulations, Sean. You are, I don't know, you're half the size. That shirt looks so amazing on you. It would not have even gone over an arm.
That big, but yes, I have lost, at my highest, I've lost now probably 55 pounds.
It's amazing. So congratulations. I didn't have a clue because I've been listening, but when I saw the picture, I went, what? anyway, I'm so proud of you. Thank you.
I didn't
thank
eat
you.
my feelings. I just ate my little self.
Well, I'm glad you did.
No, it's been a journey, right? And it's one of those things. Why? Why would I do this? Well, A, why not? But I got tired of being tired.
Yes.
And
You
I have enough
You
people
made a
around me.
decision, didn't you?
Yeah, I made a decision. I have enough people around me to help hold me accountable.
Yeah.
It's
That's
when your
awesome.
friends go, that's kind of stupid, isn't it? Yes. Well, then I would choose not to do that. So I love it.
And I love you.
Love you too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, everybody, go have some fun today. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Bring your signal, which is already with you. And we'll go have some fun and have some awakening and some awareness tomorrow. 8 a.m. Bring your friends. Love you tons.